Okay. Last week you have discussed about the insertion sort part. So today also we are going to learn about sorting algorithm. But today you are going to learn about selection sort algorithm, right? Before moving to today's lab session, so you can download today's lab sheet in the Moodle. Then you have to download it. I'm explaining question number 1, but uh, with alternative solution, because I will not explain directly the question number 1, but you have to think and you have to implement yourself, right? So before start the today's lab session, you have to listen to me and carefully understand what's the basic logic behind the selection sort, right? So before, uh, take piece of paper and mark down special points that time told you, right? Okay. So what is sorting algorithms? In general case, so we sometimes we have to we are given some data set. Then we have to order. Sometimes it will be ascending order. Sometimes it will be descending order. So we have to sort all the things. In coming to the data structures, we have so many data, right? So that course we have to sort all the things, right? Okay. I think you can see my screen, right? Uh, can someone respond? Can you see my screen? All right. So I already explained what is the selection sort is. So basically, selection sort is the sorting algorithm. Carefully listen. We have used two sub-arrays, right? Two sub-arrays in the case of the array, right? So we have to use two sub-arrays which are sorted part and sorted subarray and unsorted subarray, right? We put sorted values into sorted array parts. Remaining will be unsorted array, right? We will explain in the example given here. So, how many elements in here? 6 elements here. So the size of the array is what? 6. So 13 elements index is 0, you know, right? This one carry 0 index, right? This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So in selection sort, we think initially we don't have any element in the sorted array part, right? Think about this part has sorted part, this part has unsorted part, right? Right. Then come to the next step. So here we are finding the if we are going to using ascending order, so we have finding the minimum value of this array. What is the minimum value of this array? Minimum value mean not index, the element's value, right? Element is 0, right? So this 0 element, we are swapping into the unsorted array first position. First position means index 0 position, right? First step is we are finding the minimum value of this array by using for loop, right? We can use for loop to find the minimum value, right? So what is the minimum value here? 0. So 0 is put into first element of the array. First element means 0th index element, right? Then it initially 0th index element has 13, right? 13 is swapped into that minimum value part, right? Minimum value part that is initially. So here initially second position, index second position has 0 and index 0 has 13. So they are swapping, right? 0 goes here, 13 goes here, right? Right? So now you can see, this part has sorted. Left side, my left side part has sorted, including 0th index, right? 0th index element. Other part, that means the starting from index number 1, so it is not sorted, right? Again, we are considering this as unsorted subarray, then we are finding the minimum value of the unsorted subarray part. So what is the minimum value of unsorted subarray part? It is 1, right? Then we are swapping this element. This element means third index positions element with the first indexed element position. So you can see in this step, I have put here, one first index of the array as 1, then the third position, fourth position is 5, right? Likewise, this is the second step, second iteration, first iteration, right? This one, then we are moving to second iteration. Now we have two sorted arrays, right? Now this one is now sorted array part, right? This part is unsorted array. So then our next goal is to find the minimum value in the unsorted subarray part. What is the minimum value of this unsorted subarray part? It is 5, right? So again, we are swapping this value and this value, right? Likewise, same steps done. Finally, we have sorted array part, right? We have only finally we got sorted full sorted array, right? You got it, right? Take a pen and pen with paper. So write down this array, and then mark it in this part as unsorted. Sorted array part. This one is unsorted. So find the minimum here, minimum value. Then add a minimum value to the front. Then likewise draw this diagram, right? Can you understand what I'm saying? Should I explain again? Should I explain again? when we move into our coding part, I will explain how for loop will work, right? So here you have to get core basic logic in here, right? You have to understand what selection sort will do, right? Uh, okay. Uh, listen carefully, right? Here, this is the array that we are going to sort, right? This is the array we are going to sort. So initially, we think this is this part. I mean, left side hand side has unsorted sorted array parts. Right hand side will sorted array part. So initially we think sorted array part has no elements, right? That's why I draw line here. Then we are searching the minimum value of the entire array part, right? Entire array. This one is unsorted part, no? So we are finding the minimum value. So 0 is the minimum value. So 0 is swapped into the first position of the array, right? Then 13 where? 13 goes to initially 0 elements position. Then you got Senuka. Did you got? Likewise, same steps happening. So you have to find the minimum or maximum in the unsorted part, then put into the front array, right? That is the basic thing. Okay. Read these by yourself. This is the selection sort overview. So this is the basic idea behind the selection sort. Then we come to our analysis of the selection sort. So initially, this selection sort algorithm is not suitable algorithm, but it is simple and time complexity is order of n square. So this one is not suitable, right? And then when we come to the space complexity, it is negligible. So, but the thing is the time complexity, it is high, right? So go through these slides, right? I will quickly go to our code. I have already implemented the selection sort algorithm, but I will explain each by each steps, right? Okay. Before moving to this code part, so the core logic, so here we have two array parts. So initially I told you we have using two sub-arrays. One is for sorted sub-array, another one is unsorted array. So we have to traverse, that means iterate through the array, one element at one time. So we have to find the minimum element by traversing, that means iterating array one element at a time, right? So for each position in the outer loop means I will explain in future. So we have to find the minimum or maximum value. it will be depend on the our desired sort order, right? It will be minimum or maximum, right? Here, this example for minimum values, right? That means ascending order, right? Then, if we find in the minimum value, then what we do? We have to swap those elements with the first or the initial sorted subarray, right? So, when focusing on this selection sort code, so you can see I'm using two parameters. One is for array, another one is size. Here, size is for the array size. So, in here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 elements here, right? In main method, we have implement 5 elemented array, right? As number. So, how we can get the size of the array? This is the way, right? We have to get the size of the array. So, here we are here we have print this array first, then we have sort the array. So we are calling selection sort algorithm by passing these numbers array and n. N means the size of the array, right? So here we got these parameters, right? We have initialized I, j, minimum index and temp variable. I will explain why we are using these 4 variables, right? Okay. Int I is for int I am here using for the keep track of the current position where we want to place the smallest element, right? In here, I will use j for to look through the rest of the unsorted array and finding the smallest value. Minimum index is using to store the index position. Index position means the element that carry in array index, right? Array index of the smallest element, and we have updated it finally, right? So temp is the temporary variable to store the minimum value and the swap-in value, swap-in element, right? Okay, don't be panic. So I will explain with the illustration. So, hope you can see my screens. So, right, here we are using for loop, right? It will end with this line number 32, right? This is for outer loop part. That means we have traversing start array up to the second last element, right? That means entire elements in entire array, right? So again, we will check. Right. Initially, what the value of the I is? I is what the value of I is? Now, I value is what? Hope you can see. We will explain the illustration with our code, right? Int I. So, int I is 0, right? Int I is 0. Then check. Then minimum index is what? It is here. I is assigned as minimum index. We write it min index. Is what here? It is also 0. Right? This is for first iteration, right? Iteration 1. Initially I is 0. That means here. Then min index is 0. Initially we think this one is the, sorry. Initially we think first element is the minimum element. Right? Okay. Now, step 2 is to find the index of this smallest element. Right. Then, initially what is the array? So, initially j is equal to here I plus 1. J is starting from I plus 1. I plus 1 means initially I is 0. Then I1, I plus 1. What is the value for that? 1. So initially j is 1. Then then we check array j. Array j means what? Array j. See, array j is what? Array I. Array 1. Array 1's value, array 1 value is what? 10. ළමයි තේරෙනවද කියන දේ? අපි මේ කෝඩ් එකත් එක්ක එක්ස්ප්ලেইন කරගෙන යනවා. කෝඩ් එකත් එක්ක බලාගන්න කෝඩ් එකත් එක්ක මම ඔයාලට කියලා දෙන්නම් කොහොමද මේක වෙන්නේ කියලා. මුලින් අපි හිතනවා min index එක 0 කියලා. මෙතන අපි දීලා තියෙන step 1 එකේදී කරන්නේ current element එක තමයි min index එක කියලා කියන්නේ. මේ iterations වලදී වෙන දේ මතක තියාගන්න. එතකොට කෝඩ් එක කටපාඩම් කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. තේරුණාද? Right. Initially j is 1, right? So then we check in the if condition. What is he here asking? So we are going to find the minimum value now. So we are checking 10, sorry, 10 is comparing with what? Array minimum index. Array minimum index is array 0. Array min index. Min index is what? That means array. What is the minimum index? 0. 0 is what? 0 is 29. So we compare both of them. 29. What is the smallest value? 10. Right? 29 is greater than 10. Right? Then this is true. This is true. Can you understand? Array j means 10. Array minimum index is 29. Right? The condition is true. So we go beyond the loop. Right? Inside of the loop. So then we update in minimum index as index as what? What's the minimum index value? It is 1. Here array j is 1, no? So we have assigned j value to minimum index, right? J is 1, so minimum index is also now 1, right? Then we are out of the if condition, right? Then what will be happen? Then previously j is 1. Now j is 1 plus 1 is 2. J is 2. Then comparing if condition. Array j means what? Array 2. Array 2. Array 2 value is what? Array 2 means 14. Right? 14. Then again we are checking what is the now minimum value? Minimum index is 1, right? Array min index is now index means array 1. So we have already know 10 is the lowest element among these two elements, right? 29 and 10 we are comparing initially. So we know 10 is the lowest element of the array, right? Then we compare both values. That means 14 and 10. Because this 10 is minimum value, then we have to consider next element now. So we have considered 14 and 10. So then we have to update according to the minimum, the elements in the minimum value, right? As in minimum value, minimum index value, right? Then 14. Array j means array j is 14. 14 greater than 10, right? So here we are checking array j is less than minimum index, right? But we have got the opposition of that condition, right? So we don't go inside of the if condition, right? Then we do not update the minimum index, right? So now minimum index is 1. We have not updated. Initially we have updated, right? Now we have checked up to this element. Now what is the among two elements? So the minimum value is 10. So it is carrying index number 1. This is the minimum index, right? Then we compare third indexed element, right? Again, j is equal to 1. J is what here? J is initially we have 2. So now 2 plus 1, right? 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 means 3. Array j we are considering. Array j means array 3. What is the value for array 3? Array 3 is 37. Then we considering again array minimum index. Min index. Min index is 1. So that means array 1. What is the array 1? Array 1 value? It is 10. It's still 10. Right? Then we comparing comparing both, then we comparing 37 and 10. What is the minimum value among them? It is 10, right? 37 greater than 10. So, is minimum index will be updated. Minimum index, are we going to update minimum value? Minimum index. Are we going to update minimum index? Respond someone. දැන් අපි check කරගෙන ගියානේ මට කියන්න. Right. එක ළමයෙක් විතරක් අහගෙන ඉඳලා තියෙනවා. හරිද? ඒකට minimum index එක අපි update කරන්නේ නැහැ. We don't going to update minimum index, right? So minimum index value is 1. Again, we are going to compare with last element, right? Again, this is first iteration. We are still on the first iteration, right? Initially, J is 4. J is 3 plus 1. That means 4. That means 4. Array J. Array J means array fourth element. What is the value for that? 13. Then we are finding minimum index. Array minimum index is still 1, so it is 10. So then we compare 13 with 10. So we know 13 is greater than 10. So here we are we going to update minimum index? Respond someone. Are we going to update minimum index here? No, right. Still 1 is minimum index is still 1. So now then we check this condition, right? The size of the array is what? Here is 5, right? So then we are going to J equal, lastly we have got 4, so 4 plus 1, right? 4 plus 1 equal 5. So this condition, that means 5. This condition will be not satisfied. So we are we are going to exit from the for loop, right? From the for loop. Right. Then first iteration was done, but we have to update this array, right? Because we know what is the minimum index here. We have find that, but we have to update. That means swap that smallest element with the 0th index. So here initially 29, 10, 14, 37, 13. So what is here? What is the minimum value here? 10. So we have to swap 10 to the 29. Then 29 is going to the first element, right? First index element. right? So now finally we got array as 10, 29, 29, 29, 29. Others are not changing, right? 37, 37 and 30. So we have doing up to now. Then we have to set the smallest element with the as minimum index, and we have to set we have to update like this, right? This is not yet done, but here we have to do. So I will explain it, right? Right. I have small question. So you can see minimum index value is 1 here. So it is not equal to I. Initially, what is the value for I? Initially, we have got the value of I as 0, right? So min index equal 1. Initially, I is equal to 0. Now we check minimum index is not equal to I. So 1 is not equal to 0. So we have go inside of the if condition, right? We have assigned temp variable initially. So we put array I is what? Array I is array 0th element. That means array I is array 0. That means 29, right? 29. Then temp variable is now 29, right? Array I is assigned to temp variable, right? Now the temp is 29. Then what we hear? Array min index is array min index is array 1. Array 1 value is 10, right? Then now what is the array I value? Now what is the array I value? Then our array I was substitute as array 0th element is now 10, right? Then again, temp variable value is 29, then min index is 29. So that will be array I was array minimum index was will be array min index is 10. Array now temp is 29. Then now this statement will swap these two elements, right? Then finally we got the array as like this. Up to now, can you understand what I'm saying? Right? So here I have additionally add the print array function to understand about to how passes through the selection sort algorithm. So it's not essential, right? This is the entire algorithm, entire code part. This is additional part, right? So I have created the print array function separately. So it is essential. It is we want, but this one is optional, right? Up to now, is should I explain again? Um, response student, time is going. Should I explain again? Should I explain again? ඉක්මන් කරලා දරුවෝ respond කරන්න වෙලාවත් යනවා. Okay, thank you. I will not explain again. Will copy and I will put it into chat, right? So all of you can. This is this is first iteration. So first initial steps I have missed, but in this text, but you can get idea, right? Then we move to our next iteration. Next iteration means second iteration, right? Then for loop is end here, right? Right? So first iteration was done. So we have to go iteration 2. Now, so 10 is now 10 is now already sorted part, right? This is the sorted subarray part. This one is unsorted subarray, right? So in iteration 2, we are going to find the minimum value among these 4 elements and put it into the second position, right? That is the way that algorithm will work, right? That is the basic idea, right? Initially, int I is increment by 1, right? I is now plus 1 plus 1. So initially I was 0 plus 1. So next we are now this is the subarray. So entire array, this one is now, this one has 0. Now this one is 1, this one is 2, this one is 3, this one is 4, right? This one is array first position, right? So here, then min index is now, index is what? 1. Min index is 1. So initially we think now 29 29 was minimum element in the unsorted subarray part, right? So minimum index. So then we are going to for loop here. So here j is what? J is now I is 1. Then j is what? I plus 1 equal to. Initially we are starting from this element. This element, right? array J. Array J means what? J is array. J is now 2. What is the value for J? I can't. 10, 29, 29, 14, 14, 15, 37 and 37 and 30. This is our array. This one is already sorted. So array 2 means 29, array 2 is 29, sorry, 14. Array 2 is 14, right? Array 2 means 0, 1, 2. 2 is 14. Then we considering array minimum index. Array min index is array min index is initially I1. I here 1. That means 29. Now we check this if condition. Array J is here 14. Then array minimum index is 29. Right? Now 14 is less than 29. Right? That means we are going to inside of the for loop. This condition is true. Now we are going to going inside of the if condition. Now we have update min index as what? Min index as J. J value is 2. Now minimum index is 2. This one is the minimum index now. Right? We are only check whether two elements 29 and 14 among them 14 is less element than 29, right? Only consider this part, right? This part, array unsorted part. So this part has already sorted, so we considering only the unsorted part, right? Minimum index is 2. Now this is updated. Right. Now, then, what is the value for J again? J equal, J is 2. J is 2. Now 2 plus 1 equal 3. Then array J is what? Array 3. Third index element is what? Array third element is what? 37. Array third element is 37. Now, array index we have to check now. Array min index. What is the min index here? We have updated now. Minimum index is 2. Array 2. Array 2 is what? Array 2 is 14, right? 14. Array 2 is 14. Now we check 37. 37 is greater than 14. So we are not going to update the minimum index. Again, minimum index is still 2, not updated. Again, likewise, j equal now 3 plus 1. That means last element is 4. Array j, array, I simply write array 4. Array 4 is, what is the value for that? 13. 13 and minimum index is here 14. Now we check array j is now 13. 13 compare with 14. Now you can see minimum index should be changed, right? 13 is the less element than 14. So minimum index will be updated. Now what is the minimum element here? Minimum element is 4, right? Again, we have updated. Right. Now we have find out the last element of the array. So fourth element is the minimum element of the array. So we have to swap 13 with 29. Right? 29 goes here. 13 goes here. Right? Finally, we got 10, 13, 10, 13, and then 14, 37, and lastly 29. So up to now, this is the end of the second iteration. Up to now, can you understand? Can you understand? Did you all get my explanation? So can you respond? I will put it on the chat, right? Okay, I will. This one is the explanation. This one is the entire code. So I can't send it through the chat box. However, I will update it into the Moodle, right? Again, you can use iteration 3 and 4 likewise, right? Then again, you can go sorted array parts and unsorted array part, right? So in your lab sheet, you have to create an integer array name array. So use then the variables that I have asked you to take. So again, you have to use same things, right? So additionally, I have asked these two questions. So you have to upload these both of them by 1 week, right? 1 week, yes, it is enough for you. So you have to upload it, right? Then So up to now, if you if you have any question, you can ask. If you have any question, you can ask from me. So that the things I want to explain about to you. So this one is the selection part, selection sort illustration. So see whether you can understand what I'm saying. So you have to find the minimum value in the entire array. Then you have to put into the front, right? Then again you have to find the minimum value among the other element. Then you have to again put into the front, right? Likewise, you have to do same thing iteratively. So that means the time complexity will be order n square. So that is not suitable for the algorithms, but the selection sort is the simple algorithm that we can understand, right? So you can find out any example for the selection sort. I think 2 weeks after you will have assignment. I think I can't remember. So however, you have to understand what I'm saying and what the basic core idea. So don't memorize all the things, but you have to you should have idea about the core thing about basic knowledge, basic logic of the given given any data structures, right? Not this lesson, others lessons also, right? Okay, students. I think if you have no question, yeah, I will upload the video to the Moodle, right? I will upload. Don't worry. ළමයි මං කියන්නම්. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ හැමදේම කටපාඩම් කරන්න යන්නේ නැතුව බේසික් අයිඩියා එක තේරුම් ගන්න. මේකෙදි කරන්නේ පාර්ට් දෙකක් විදිහට හදා ගන්නවා. ඒකට ලූප් දෙකක් අපිට ඕන වෙනවා. ඒකට ෆෝ ලූප් දෙකක් අපි මෙතෙන්දි ගන්නවා. එකක් මිනිමම් ඉන්ඩෙක්ස් එක හොයාගන්න. අනිත් එක අපි ඇරේ එක through යනවනේ. ඇරේ එක through යන්න ඒක තව ලූප් එකක් ඕනේ වෙනවා. හරිද? අන්න ඒක තමයි මේකේ තියෙන එකම දේ. ෆෝ ලූප් දෙකක් යොදා ගන්න වෙනවා මේ සිලෙක්ෂන් සෝට් කියන ඇල්ගොරිතම් එකේ. right? ඒක තමයි එකම දේ ඔයාලට මතක තියාගන්න. ඊට පස්සේ අපි හොයන්නේ මිනිමම් ඉන්ඩෙක්ස් එක. මිනිමම් ඉන්ඩෙක්ස් එක හොයාගෙන ඒක මුලට ගන්නවා. මුලට අරගෙන ඉතුරු අනිත් ඔක්කොම ඇරේ එකේ තියෙන එලිමන්ට්ස් ටික අපි හිතනවා ඒක අන්සෝටඩ් කියලා. හරිද? අන්සෝටඩ් කියලා හිතලා අපි ඉතුරු වෙච්ච එලිමන්ට්ස් ටිකේ මිනිමම් වැලියු එක හොයාගන්න. ඔන්න ඔය විදිහට ඉටරේෂන්ස් යන්න ඕනේ. හරිද? එක්සෑම් එකකට يعني ෆයිනල් එක්සෑම් එකටත් එන්න පුළුවන් නේ. ඒ නිසා කටපාඩම් කරන්න යන්න එපා ළමයි. තේරුම් අරගෙන ඉන්න. තේරුම් අරගෙන ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන්න. ගොඩක් ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ තියෙන දෙයක් තමයි ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරන්නේ එක්සෑම් එකට ඇවිල්ලා කෝඩ් එකක් ගහගන්න තේරෙන්නේ. එතකොට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ එක්සැම්පල්ස් තියෙන ඕන තරම් වෙබ්සයිට් තියෙනවා chat GPT ගහලා කරන්නේ නැතුව තනියම අයිඩියා එක අරගෙන වැඩ ටික කරගන්න. එහෙම නැති වුණොත් ටිකක් අමාරු වෙනවා. ඉස්සරහට යද්දි. තාම ඔයාලා ලෙවල් 1 නේ. ඒ නිසා ඔයාලා හොඳම දේ තමයි ප්‍රශ්න හොයාගෙන තව වැඩිපුර කරන්න. හරිද? මම ඔයාලට මුල් කාලෙදිම කිව්වා මතකද දන්නේ නැහැ. C programming වලට තියෙනවා programmerize කියලා වෙබ්සයිට් එකක්. ඒකෙත් හොඳට තියෙනවා questions එහෙම W3 school තියෙනවා. ඒවයි ඕන තරම් source තියෙනවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට හොයාගෙන questions කරන්න. තව දෙයක් තමයි තමන්ගේ යාළුවට කියලා දෙන්න. එතකොට තමන්ට තව මතක හිටිනවා. හරිද? එහෙම කරගෙන හැමෝම වැඩේ කොට දාගන්න ඕනේ. ඒ නිසා අන්තිම වෙනකන් ඉන්නේ නැතුව මේ ටික බලලා තියාගන්න. අසයින්මන්ට් එකකුත් එනවනේ. ඒ නිසා ඒකට රෙඩි වෙලා ඉන්න නම්. හරි. එහෙනම් I will wind up the session now today. Now, so thank you for joining. ඔයාලට assignment එකට එන එක මිස්ටර් දිලිමික ඔයාලට කියාවි. මම ඒක දන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ වුණාට එක්සෑම් එකට එනවනේ sorting algorithms. එතකොට එන්න පුළුවන්නේ. බැරි වෙන්නේ නැහනේ. algorithm තුනක් තියෙනවනේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට. දැනට බේසික් ඒවා තුනක් කරගෙන තියෙනවනේ, කරන්න තියෙනවනේ. නිසා ඒවා අනිවාර්යෙන් එක්සෑම් එකට එනවනේ. එන්න වෙන ඉන්නේ. ඒ නිසා මතක තියාගන්න කියලා කිව්වේ. හරි assignment එකත් දැන් ඉඳලා රෙඩි වෙලා තියාගන්න. එතකොට අන්තිම වෙනකොට බලන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. කටපාඩම් කරන දෙයක් නැහැ නේද ළමයි? හරිනේ? Okay.